About to do an engine swap on my KLR650. If you were following my Mexico trip, I blew my engine about 50 miles from home. A used engine here. We're gonna clean it up, re-gasket it, put it in. We also have some other parts to go on the bike. We've got the gaskets for the engine. We've got brake pads, front and rear. We've got wheel bearings, because my wheel bearings are pretty shot. We've got the Thermo-Bob kit. And we've got a progressive suspension rear shock, because I definitely blew my shock on that trip. I just picked up this little bike jack so I can get the bike up in the air, so it's a little easier to take wheels off and take the engine out a little higher up. I have a center stand, but it would just be easier to get both wheels off if it was jacked up. I'm just going to start ripping things off this bike. I know to do the shock, we're going to have to take a good amount of stuff off the back and probably bars off to get the engine out. It is 11 o'clock. We have made some pretty good progress. Exhaust is off, wheels are off, of course fairing gas tank is off. I got the radiator off of this side and the coolant reservoir and coil pack off of this side. I took the bolt out from here. I did the drill through mod, so it's just one bolt. The rear end supported by a ratchet strap so it doesn't just fucking fall down. Next, I'm just gonna take some things off the engine like the clutch, the carburetor. This is how I keep organized. Chain, axle bolts, pegs, exhaust, and like rear brake. I have coolant stuff down here. I have the ECU and the coil pack, my center stand, 2 wheels, my bars, shrouds, plastics, exhaust, tank, seat over there. And then the bolts, I kind of do it in sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I write what they are when I'm done with that section. Yeah, that's how I keep my bolts organized. I found this little guy slithering into the shop through the doors. Look how cute he is. So itsy bitsy. He's my friend now. Ah, that's hysterical. Alright, I think I'm done for the night. I took off the valve cover to investigate a little bit. I found something that was hitting. See those scratches? Something is not proper here. Something is not right. It might even be that the engine is savable, but I don't even really want to risk it. And I mean, I have to do piston rings anyways, so like I might as well just swap it in. I did run into an issue. This skid plate is like up on the corners, so the engine won't really be able to come out through the bottom, and I already took all the wheels off and stuff, and I can't get the skid plate off without jacking it back down and going from the bottom. So I think tomorrow I'll strap it again to this beam and just lift the whole bike up, take the skid plate, and then re-jack it up. I don't want to deal with this whole skid plate situation tonight, so I'm gonna get some sleep and a fresh start on it tomorrow. Tomorrow I also want to do the wheel bearings. Yesterday we did wheel bearings. That's pretty much it. I was cooking for St. Patty's Day. I think tonight probably can get the engine out. Gonna get the strut out, I think, right now. Alright, this is the old stocky, super crustified. It's not in horrible shape, but it was definitely squeaking. And it also has the Eibach harder spring, so it's a little stiff. And with the stock strut, it's just, you know, not great. This one, $800, progressive suspension, super beautiful, strut and spring, adjustable. I got it off a parts bike. It has less than like 2,000 miles on it, so it's in great shape. Slide this one in, out with the old and with the new. So we got the strut in, we got the brake pads changed, and the wheel bearings changed. I've just been putting off getting this engine out. To do that, we need to get the skid plate off. I think the plan is to ratchet strap the frame to this beam and just lift it up. That actually works pretty well. Whee! Oh, Jesus Christ. That's not sketchy. I mean, they're like 500-pound ratchet straps. Dang, bro, we got a floating bike. We got the floating bike. What the hell? The engine is about to come out. I don't know which way it's going to come out, but it is going to come out. Alright, we're going to work on this engine here. I taped up some of the holes and degreased the whole thing, so it's looking a little cleaner. We need to take some things off, such as the starter, wires, and this breather hose. I have a plug for that. Can leave the coolant on. Gonna re-gasket the sides. I don't think it has any oil in it. I have a sprocket gasket that I'm going to change, and then I'm going to put my 16 tooth on this one from that engine. Take the clutch cable off because my clutch cable's already in there. Yeah, just some basic swap in and gasket stuff. Valve cover, stator and clutch gasket. Put some new seals in, stator side, clutch side. We got the 16 tooth sprocket. We did a valve cover gasket. Pretty much all I want to do. I don't really want to do the head gasket even though I have it. Good enough. Definitely the clutch side needed a new gasket anyways. We're making good progress. We got the sides on, got the electrics up. I made sure it cranks over, put some oil in it. Pretty much just buttoning things up. Right now, I'm about to put the radiator like fully in. So I broke out the Thermo-Bob kit and we're gonna figure this out. Just kind of install that. I believe this piece and the thermostat go on the existing housing. And then that line goes into one of these. Not exactly sure how it works, but we will read a manual or something, or watch a video, I don't know. Start. Got the fuel bladder hooked up. Got the bowl filled. Let's see how she goes. What's gonna explode? I don't think it's gonna explode. We don't have coolant in it, so I'm just gonna let it run for a second. Whoa! Whoa! Let's fucking go! Yeah! Hey! Something is juicing. Oh, it's just the fucking exhaust. Who gives a shit? Okay. Okay. She's smoking a lot. I don't think I tightened the exhaust manifold. Yeah, that's fine. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go right now! Alright, we're filling up the coolant system. I got the fan pointed out so the exhaust doesn't fucking gas us. We got the bars on, the skid plate on, exhaust on. We got this back into place. Carb, spark, electrics, center stands, brakes done, Thermo-Bob done. The only last thing is put the wheels on, put the chain on, and then fairings. That's pretty much it. I just want to bleed the system, make sure it gets up to temp, so I don't have to find any leaks and get back in. Ooh, I might have found a leak. It is a leak. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Fuck. Where's the fucking... Alright, so first I adjusted the clamps, still nothing. I changed the hose, it was this hose. I changed the hose from that one onto here, still nothing. So I figured it must be the gasket. So I took the gasket off. And it didn't quite fit properly, this little corner right here. You can see the line. Yeah, basically it didn't clamp all the way on the top piece of this gasket. So I was like, oh, okay, it's got to be that. So I swapped out the old gasket. And the leak on the top went away, which was what the problem was up here. But now it's leaking down there. So either I didn't do a good enough job cleaning the surface, which I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, and look, it's leaking there too. See the little bubbles forming? Yeah, so I must have just not cleaned the surface right. It is 1:40 in the morning. To do this properly, basically I'm tired and I'm drunk and I don't want to do any of that. I thought I was going to be done tonight, but it looks like it's going to be tomorrow. Fuck. And now I'm wondering if I did the surfaces on the other gaskets good enough. Like, I did some important gaskets, some important oil gaskets. But I think those are all good. But well. Alright, new day. Still dealing with the thermostat leak. So, took it off. Cleaned the surface as well as I can. You can still kind of see there's that layer of stuff there and down here. I cleaned the gasket up a little bit because it was a little rough edged. And I also went and got some thermostat housing gasket. This should be the cherry on top to make sure we have no leaks. Yeah, I gotta put that on, wait an hour, and then tighten it. And then we can test again. So I'm gonna do that, put the wheels on, and then we should be ready to go. Hopefully no more leaks. We are fully put together. We're not fully. We still have fairings and whatnot. But we have it full of coolant and oil. we have the gas tank on, and we have the seat on. So I am suspecting that the clutch is not working properly. It's giving me some weird issues. So I'm gonna drop it now before I put everything on to make sure that it works. And if it doesn't, then I can tackle whatever I need to. So I'm just gonna jack it down, go for a little test drive, and see what's going on. Gonna make sure she gets up to temp. It's smoking, but only because when I blew my last engine, it threw oil everywhere on this side. So you can see it's kind of burning off some of that oil on the exhaust. But no leaks. Bumped the idle up a little bit, and that seems to have helped. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Yee-hoo! Yee-haw! Yeah, boy! Yee! See you! Yeah, man! The clutch is working. I think it just needed to break up a little bit all the way at the end. The shock feels really good though, the new shock. Bearings feel good, brakes felt good. Oh, there's my oil leak. This is why we do test runs. It looked good, it felt good. The valve cover is leaking. It could be that the gasket was shitty. It could be that I over-torqued, under-torqued. It was from these little nodule points on the valve cover. So those are usually what leaks. I'm just so over it at this point. But that was motivation because it felt really good. The shock was by far a huge change, the biggest change I did. The rear end was swinging around no problem. Super stiff, which is great. Valve cover gasket's not too hard to get to. Not too bad. Shit. I really need a Zen right now. It's been a week. It is midnight. We're done. We are done. The oil leak from the valve cover gasket, I took it off and then I used the OEM gasket because the one I got in the kit wasn't quite the right fit. So I ended up taking 2 of the 4 gaskets I replaced off because they both leaked. The thermostat, or the water pump, and the valve cover gasket. And then I RTV'd the little, actually I RTV'd the whole thing, especially the little divots. I'm going to let it dry overnight and not rip the bike tonight because it's late and it's loud. But I'll come back tomorrow and check for leaks. But just for now, she is fully back together. We did wheel bearings, brake pads. We did the engine swap, of course. We did the Thermo-Bob, which you can see in there. We did the rear shock. I mean, basically the whole thing. Goddamn. She runs good. She's pretty healthy. But I'm going to leave it like this for a few days. Go for some rides, you know, do a little shakedown of everything. See if we have any more problems, any more leaks. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll cut to some riding videos tomorrow on the bike. That's how you rebuild your KLR. That's how you swap an engine and do full suspension and brakes and bearings. This is the pile of shit that came off the bike. Off the old engine, change the sprocket, the bearings, the old thermostat, gaskets, that's the old engine. Thanks for tuning in, and if you ever swap your engine in your KLR and need some help, let me know. I'm the pro now. Yeah, I spat on the bike.